वेलकम टू अवर चैनल बिन टॉक कुछ खास है। दोस्तों, जैसे मैंने वादा किया था, अगले एपिसोड में मैं डिस्कस करूंगा कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर के बारे में। कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर मूलभूत सुविधाओं के लिए बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट है, जैसा कि वी सी इट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कैपेबिलिटीज, हाईवेज, रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट एंड अदर infrastructure, which is definitely going to help in terms of canal, building facilities for agriculture. So these are some of the example for capex, where definitely government as well as private expenditure is very much required for future growth. So 2023-24 के प्रावधान में गवर्नमेंट ने लगभग 14% कैपेक्स इंक्रीज किया है बजट में। सो दीज कैपेक्स इज डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू बी अराउंड ₹6 ट्रिलियन expenditure in 2023-4. So not only government, private sector capex is also growing in terms of their planned expenditure. If I talk about Adani Green, they have targeted around 133% increase. So there are other like Jindal Steels, ACC Ambuja, Tata Power, they are definitely planning almost more than 70% in their capacity increase. So these are the investment from private side, but government is also promoting state government to increase their capex expenditure. Unfortunately, capex in states have been flat for financial year 19 to 23. So it is stagnant. It is not increasing. It is around 5 lakh crores till now. The reason being because of election compulsion, they are giving subsidies and other benefit to the people to get definitely popular votes. But definitely this is one of the things where balance is needed from the government as well as the private side. If I talk about the capex of the GDP percentage change, so there is one aspect of private final consumption expenditure, and another is definitely gross fixed capital formation. These two numbers are very critical to understand the capex growth of a entire country. So if we talk about percentage of GDP in terms of private final consumption, this has been growing also. It has been around 56.7% of total GDP from 2014 to 2016. In 2017 to 19, it was ranging around 56.1%, and from 2020 it has increased, started picking up. So in 2023 it is expected to be 58.5% of the GDP. So if this is definitely increasing, helping more demand, which is the reason you can see the inflationary pressure also. There is a gross fixed capital formation is also increasing, but not to the proportion which is needed for Indian growth. This has been around 32.6% of GDP. It has increased to 32% of GDP in 2020 around, and we are expecting almost for last 5 years closing to 34% of the GDP for gross fixed capital formation, which will definitely help us in achieving the growth which is expected to take care of increasing population. So what is the government plan? So government is trying to build a mechanism where they are lending at a comparable rate in terms of subsidized rates to states. Last year, due to states not spending much on the capex, they have net almost 4,000 crore interest on unspent fund with states. This year also they have planned rupees 1.62 rupees trillion in union budget for capex expenditure. This is interest-free capex loan. Around 40,000 crores already lying with state governments. Now the government has tried to increase the disbursement of this capex expenditure with states rather in advance installment rather than going for like awaiting the funds. They are sending this to the state government's accounts to fund the expenditure from 4% of these capex needs to be spent on basically the names of central government schemes. There should be proof of deposit of the center's state should be established also. When I say proof of deposit, in terms of states have to provide that these have been spent on the government schemes with the central government names also. You can see a little bit of political influence here, but definitely it is going to help rather than thinking of these small terms. So the highway capex has also been almost 22% of total outlay for financial year 24 is marked for overall highway. So if I talk about final consumption and gross fixed capital expenditure in 21-22 was 48 lakh 78,774 crores, which has grown to 54 lakh 34,694 crores in 2022-23. This is in itself indicator where like government initiative is also for capital expenditure. So if we talk about private final consumption, it was 87 lakh 3,540 crores in 21-22, which has increased to 93 lakh 58,695 crores in 2022-23. If we talk about gross fixed capital expenditure, this has been 48 lakh 78,774 crores, have been grown to 54 lakh 34,695 crores now. This has been around 32.68% of the GDP, but increased to 33.95% of the GDP, which is definitely a good indicator. Government, private sector, entire business economy is concentrating on capital expenditure to build the capacity in the longer run. So this is what has been planned also. If we talk about highway capex, it is approximately 22% of total outlay for financial year 24 has been planned. So this is really a good indicator in terms of overall government concentration. If we talk about overall situation, ministries hold to maximize capex expenditure in overall economy. This will help for private consumption to boost as well as demand to be increased. So this is the reason why we are considering capex as a critical government activity in terms of providing growth to much needed society. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग प्रिंट टॉक कुछ खास।